Yo, what's up, everyone? Train Hard Live Strong family, what's going on? Welcome back to another amazing episode here. As you already know, I am your host, Coach Matt, owner of Athletic Beings Training and Apparel. If this is your first time tuning into the podcast, you're listening it on your favorite podcast platform, or you're watching it on YouTube, wherever you're listening to the show, this can be the podcast for you if you're looking for the ins and outs when it comes down to health and fitness. You'll learn more about training, nutrition, mindset. You want to get simply inspired to continue to push through your journey to get over a mindset roadblock, a lifestyle setback, whatever it is that you are trying to get through to progress towards the body that you want. You're going to find all the answers here. We bring on amazing guest speakers. We've had over 100 guest speakers on the podcast, all to explain and share their story, their experiences, their knowledge in coaching themselves, coaching other people, all here to simply inspire you to believe in yourself. So if you're looking for that, this is the podcast for you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been tuning in for a while now, but you have not left a 5-star review, I highly recommend you do. Why? Because it's going to help me get some amazing feedback about you guys and girls. I like to learn more about you. I want to know what you're gathering from the show. I want to know what you're getting from the guest speakers, the value that you're bringing or the value that you're grabbing from anything that we have been teaching you all, or the things that we've been sharing with you all to better improve your physique, better improve your knowledge, better improve the progress that you want, the results that you want for your body and health, just knowledge overall. How are we helping you? Like, what is it that you like about the podcast? Maybe an episode specifically, but leaving a 5-star review helps me get feedback from you. And I want to learn more about you. I really do. And not only that, but you're going to help a lot of people around the world who are looking for the next podcast. You're going to help them find this podcast just that much faster. Same thing whenever you're on Amazon looking for a new product, you're going to check the reviews. People are doing the same thing for the podcast, okay? So it takes about a minute or two, and you help a lot of people around the world. But check it out. Also, we've partnered with amazing people, amazing companies to all help you throughout your journey, to help you progress faster, to help you save more time. Okay. Like our most recent one, Flex Pro Meals, an amazing meal prepping service where you can literally go to the website, pick some meals, and they get shipped to your front door. When you're ready to eat, microwave for 2.5 minutes. There's no dishes. There's no going and grocery shopping. There's no portion sizing. There's no weighing. There's no scaling. There's none of that stuff. No dishes, nothing. All you got to do is heat it up and eat it. Macro friendly, tasteful foods, all for you. And I can save you 20% off your purchase if you use promo code TRAINHARD at your checkout. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to dive right into this episode. I'm going to explain why you really do not need to consistently always change your routine. Like don't always have to change your training styles. It's all very simple, and you can still achieve amazing progress just by doing what I'm about to explain. So ladies and gentlemen, let's dive in this episode, y'all. All right, ladies and gents, check it out. Today we have an amazing episode, and I'm going to run right through it. Okay, hopefully we can get this done pretty quick here, because I want to just give you the actual knowledge that you need in order to just get results in a very simple way. You don't always have to do these drastic changes in your training program. You need to let your body adjust to these things. That's why there is progressive overload. That's why there are specific things. That's how you gauge certain things. If you continue to change your training plan, you continue to change your workouts, you continue to always do these things because you're trying to, switch it up or confuse the muscle. And trust me, I do believe in confusing the muscle, and it is possible, but that is why there's progressive overload, because it's not really confusion, it's just challenge. Okay, the muscle is very intelligent. You're very intelligent, and what your brain tells your muscles is incredible. And the amount of speed it does is through the roof. But if you are consistently changing your training plan, then you cannot really gauge and progress the way you want to progress, because you keep changing it. There's different this and different that, and over here you have this over here, and then Monday you have like legs, and then Wednesday you have freaking hit, and then next week you're doing completely something different. Like the next week is not even close to what the first week was, and you're trying to progress to get bigger arms or bigger chest or bigger shoulders, bigger glutes, bigger legs, but you consistently change the program because you want to continue to progress and you want to continue to confuse the muscle when you don't have to do all that. Check it out. All you got to do is, let's say you're doing the most simple stuff. Okay, you have legs, like a simple split. You have chest tries on Monday, back bis on Tuesday. You got legs and shoulders on Wednesday, maybe some hits on Thursday, or just regular cardio, and then you repeat, right? You're kind of going through again. Friday, chest tries, and just something very simple like that. Or maybe you're doing, Friday upper body and then Saturday lower body. And every day you have specific movements that you do. And the next week you're doing the exact same thing. But instead of doing 8 reps of 4 sets, you're going to do 12 reps of 5 sets. And you're going to still do the same exercise, the same movement, but you want to add just a little bit more weight, a little bit more reps, and add one more set, just so we can kind of deplete the muscle just a little bit more. That's all you're trying to do. All you're trying to do is get as much breakdown as you possibly can. You don't always have to go from like back squats and having to do something else and do something else and do something else and do something else because you want to confuse the muscle. Or maybe you're in a plateau right now. Okay, because those are the only reasons why you will see people consistently changing the programs, because they, one, don't know how to program, two, they're in a plateau right now, or three, they heard someone on social media say, hey, make sure you confuse the muscle and make sure you consistently change your program over and over and over again so you can never gauge any of your progress. Okay, so those are like the 3 biggest things that I see whenever, and that I have done as well. I have done this many times. I've gone through multiple plateaus. Plateaus have always been like my struggle. So when I go through them, I think I have to always change my workouts, change what I'm doing. All you got to do is change your intensity, change this and that, maybe take a little bit more rest. Your body is amazing at what it's capable of telling you. All you got to do is listen, right? But there's multiple ways to do a back squat. Okay, you can go heavy. You can do repetitions. You can do pauses. You can do pulses. Okay, you can do multiple different variations of the back squat. You can do a drop set. You can do a giant set. You can do a superset. There's so many different ways that you can attack your legs or attack a specific muscle group that you want to progress in, that you want to grow, that you want to shred and lean out, that you want to just get as lean and just vascular or sculpt as you possibly want to. You don't always have to consistently change. You need to give your body the ability to adapt. That adaptation is your progress, your muscle growth, your fat loss. That's what that adaptation is. If you allow your body to adapt, which means you are, let's say you're only doing the same workouts every week with the same reps, the same weight. That is where you plateau. That is where something is going wrong. And that's where you're not going to get any progress, because then your body has adapted to that stimulant, which is whatever it is you're doing. If you're doing 225 on back squat for 8 reps, 4 sets, and you've been doing that for the past 2 years, that's why your legs haven't grown. That's why your conditioning hasn't gotten better. Your body has adapted to that. Just like whenever you're on the treadmill, your heart rate is going to adapt to the movement, your fitness level, your activity level in that specific moment. That's why your heart rate raises, because it's going to push more blood flow to the body with more oxygen. There's so many things that got to happen because your body's always consistently adapting to whatever stress is out there. And that's all training is. That's all weightlifting is. How can you amplify that stress? How can you amplify that tension? You can still do the same workouts. Ladies and gentlemen, you can have the legit same workout plan for, I'm going to say, let's say 4 months. You can have the legit 6 months. Let's go half a year. You can have the same movements, the same everything. But if you consistently change your intensity, you consistently change and dial in your nutrition, you consistently change the way that you do train in those specific movements, as in, instead of doing regular back squats for 6 reps, you're doing pause for 6 reps. You're doing a 3-second pause and explosion on the 6th rep, right? You're doing different things. You're doing a drop set on the leg press. Instead of just doing 12 reps as much as you can, you're going to drop set 12 reps 4 times, and you're going to take a little bit of weight off, do 12 again, a little bit of weight off, do 12 again, a little bit of weight off, and do 12 again. And you're going to keep doing that until you kind of deplete the muscle. You're going to do more burnouts, right? But you can still do the same exact movements, the same exact thing, and get incredible results. You don't always have to consistently always change your program week by week. That's not how you gain progress. That's not how it works. If you want to just build muscle, you want to build muscle, you want to shred fat, you want to get lean, you want to have a nice physique, you want to just feel good, look good, and just be confident in your body, you don't always have to make this rocket science equation in order for you to create this program. This is why getting a coach is always going to help, because obviously we've been doing this and we know how to do it, and we've done it for people and ourselves. But whenever you have a program, you need to see your stats. You need to see the way you're gauging. You need to see how you're progressing. Okay, you can do back squats on Monday, do back squats again on Thursday, and the next week you have the same type of program, but you're changing the weights, you're changing the reps, you're changing your intensity, and then you can gauge from there. Because then whenever you go back to the same reps and the same intensity that you did this week, and let's say you kind of loop around again, but 6 weeks from now, you're going to see that 6 reps, those 8 reps, you're able to do more weight because you have gotten more strength. You have gained more muscle. That's how you progress. That's how you understand that you are going where you need to be. You don't always have to continuously always focus on changing the program. If you want to build big biceps, do bicep curls, do over like progressive overload, do heavy weight, focus on your eccentric portion of the lift going down, right? Your negatives, focus on depleting the muscle, focus on both heads, focus on the peak, focus on the bottom, focus on full range of motion, focus on the contraction at the top, right? Focus on how you can kind of hit the bicep in different ways, but still doing a curl. You don't always have to do these crazy things where you're holding a dumbbell, like you're holding the actual weight, not holding the bar, and you're doing this and that. You're adding a resistant band here, you're doing this and over here, and you're doing that. Like you don't have to add all these crazy magician things. All you got to do is do the basics. If you ever pay attention to heavy lifters, power lifters, or bodybuilders, they do simple movements. Yes, they have to sculpt down to the most smallest muscle because that's what they're being judged on. But other than that, they are doing the basic movements. They are depleting the muscle with the same movements. They're just adding more weight. They're doing more sets. They're doing more drop sets. They're doing more, neuro sets. They're doing more different types of neurological things that stimulate the muscles in order for you to get the progress that you want. Because all you got to do is stimulate the muscle in some sort of way to get an amazing breakdown to recover with your nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not always have to consistently change your training program. Yes, if you're in a plateau, build your intensity. Maybe take a week off. There's things that you need to understand that happen inside your body that are they're telling you something. So you don't always have to change your program. It might be something else. It might be stress at home, stress at work. It might be under eating. It might be overeating. It might be you're working too hard. You need to take some time off, recover a little bit, let your body come back. Okay, maybe add more reps here, add more weight over here, challenge yourself, push yourself. You're not hitting a threshold. You have to pass that threshold. You got to push yourself. You don't always have to consistently dial in and focus on your training program because all training does is create an opportunity for progress. Nutrition recovery do the rest. That is what builds your progress and permanently installs it so that you can have it and be confident and look good in what you're doing and look good at what you wear and just feel confident overall in your body and health and physique. But that's all training does. So find the basics, do the basics with training. Get your legs stronger, do some leg press, do some lunges, do some extensions, some curls, calf raises, power cleans, front squats, back squats, these things. Focus on what you need to hit. You don't always have to consistently try to do some crazy stuff in order for you don't have to figure out pi for your training program. All you got to do is create stimulation, which is build some sort of powerful growth in a muscle group that you want and the body overall through intensity, through tension, and through constant progressive overload. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hey, if I taught you something today, all right, today I want to just bring you the confusion of having this amazing program. You need to just make it basic, make it simple, make it easy, make it sustainable for your lifestyle, for what you do, for what you want, and go for that and continue to show up and do it as much as you can and be punctual and be persistent in that program and do that and follow that. But all I want to do is bring you that and take all that confusion away and make it as simple as possible. So if I brought you something today, brought you some value, brought you some knowledge, you learned something today, you moved, you figured something out right now because I brought you something. All I ask you is simply share it to your best friend, your gym buddy, your mom, dad, cousin, uncle, someone. The more people get to listen to these episodes, y'all, the more lives are going to all change together. That's all I'm trying to do, y'all, is inspire people to believe in themselves. But hey, you know how we ended over here. I'm your host, Coach Matt. Get out there, train hard, and live strong. Peace.